Hey, Marcus with MarcusBlankenship.com here. Hey, I wanted to talk as a follow-up to yesterday. Remember, I had gotten some code feedback about my team's work. And it wasn't great positive feedback like we all love to get. But we're all going to get negative feedback from time to time. In this particular case, the feedback was really broad, and it came from a programmer in another group of the clients at the client's company. The feedback was this: well, the code was hard to maintain. That's too broad to do anything with, but it clearly paints a negative picture. And I'll be honest, the first thing that happened is my stomach hurt, okay? And I got upset. And I thought, well, who is this guy? And is he just being, or gal, is he just being like every other programmer that doesn't like someone else's code? So my mind immediately started jumping to all these conclusions. Okay, and I felt like my blood pressure raced a little bit. I was worried I might lose the client. I was worried about like maybe my team's not really very good at this. Yesterday on my walk, I recorded a video which kind of talked about all this, and I said I'd come back and kind of give you the results. Now, I don't know the results of what this person actually thinks, but I want to tell you what I did next. What I did is I went on a walk, which is a great way to kind of release all that tension, and I sat back and I thought, what if I just treat this like a bug? And Joel Spolsky in the old FogBug system had a brilliant way of asking for information about bugs. And it was, what did you do? What did you expect to happen? And what actually happened? And so I used that exact format, almost just like a bug report. And I emailed my contact to the company. And I said, let's treat this like a bug. So why don't you ask this person, what task were you trying to accomplish? What did you expect to be able to find and do, and how long would it take you, and when you got in there, and what did you find instead? And then I added on a couple of other things. Where in the system were you working? HTML, CSS, at the PHP layer, at the server layer, at a WordPress plugin layer. And that was it. And I said, let's just treat this like a bug. And let's see if we... Oh, no, I did have one other question. I said, if this code had come through in a pull request, what feedback would you have given it in the moment? And that was it. Just those 5 questions. What were you trying to do? What did you find that when you were in there? What did you expect it to look like? What part of the system were you working in from an architectural, perspective? And if you'd seen this code in a pull request, what feedback would you have given? By treating it like a bug and by looking for reasoned answers, I moved myself away from the emotional frustration of just hearing some bad feedback to a more calm position of actually saying, let's gather data. And it is really important how you respond, whether you work in an organization or you work with clients. There will always be problems. Okay, that's a never-ending part of life. But how you respond to those problems, if you become emotional, if you fly off the handle, if you find that in the back of your head you become really passive-aggressive, that stuff is going to come through, and it's really going to hurt your relationship with the user or the client. Instead, take a step back and always gather data and ask questions first. Work from a position of confidence. You know nobody's perfect, but you also know your team is pretty good. So think about, how can this be an opportunity for growth and learning and relationship building? I'll let you know what they say when I hear back. I'm Marcus with MarcusBlankenship.com. Put comments below or share or like this. You can join my list at MarcusBlankenship.com/list, where I write every day about how to lead great software teams and become the leader your team deserves. Thanks. Bye-bye.